Rotary Clube Boca Raton West, unindo rotarianos de língua portuguesa no sul da Flórida. One more special night for Rotary Club Boca Raton West at Picanha Brazil restaurant. The prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance are always part of the meetings.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The members of the club and other representatives of the Brazilian community had the honor to host Congressman Deutch, representative of Florida's 19th district. In his speech, Congressman Deutch brought some positive numbers about the American economy.
The economy continues to show signs of improvement. Just last month, jobless claims hit a 4-year low. Car sales are beating forecasts and putting the auto industry on track to have its best year since 2007. And in February, permits for new home building reached the highest level in over 3.5 years. In Florida, we have some encouraging news as well. Between January 2008 and February 2010, private sector employment in Florida fell by 10.9%. Since then, however, private sector employment is up in Florida is up by nearly 3%. Unfortunately, the leadership has no interest in doing that. To the contrary, the bills that keep coming up are the federal, in many ways, almost the federal versions of the Alabama immigration law. This is not a helpful direction. I serve with some people who, if pressed, would tell you that every undocumented person in this country should leave tomorrow. There are people in the United States Congress that I serve with who believe that. It's inhumane. And the failure to recognize the economics of immigration is, for me, for some of the people who are the most staunchly anti-immigrant, they're the ones who speak the loudest about economic opportunity and growing the economy, and they make the argument with their eyes closed to what the immigrant community does, what the immigrant community contributes. Act is the most of all of the things that we ought to be doing. That one, it seems, is the least controversial, although we're not having any success. I know our senator is talking about some alternative. Senator Rubio is talking about some alternative where it's limited only to people who join the military. That's not enough. The DREAM Act almost passed before. I co-sponsor it, and I think that we need to push to make it a reality.
Não dê motivos ou marque bobeira. Cuidado com o leão.
Imposto de renda bem feito é aquele onde sua empresa ou você ganha o máximo de retorno possível, ou economiza pagando menos impostos. Profissionais da Business Choice possuem qualificação e experiência para fazer tudo isso dentro da lei.
Faça seu Income Tax na Business Choice, a partir de $60. 954-782-1829.
Acesse bchoicetax.com ou ligue pra gente.
The problem with gas is not the supply. It's not the supply. There is enough gasoline. There's enough oil. The politics of this is, at the same time we're trying to have that conversation, the oil companies who receive billions of dollars every year of our taxpayer money, and then they turn around and spend millions of dollars on these advertisements, these commercials that you see on TV saying that there's the only thing wrong with oil prices is that we're not drilling enough. And it's not true when we need to focus on the speculators. And one thing Congress could do to actually show the American people that it can recognize that their interests come first is maybe do away with those oil company subsidies at a time when gas prices continue to go up. The thing I think we can do is overhaul our tax code so that we stop giving massive subsidies to big corporations who receive them because they happen to have good lobbyists who are there to ask for them, and change the tax code so that we don't give tax breaks to companies who ship jobs overseas. We don't give subsidies to these massive corporations who don't pay any taxes, that we skew the tax code in favor of entrepreneurs and small business owners who are really the drivers of our economy. That's what I think has to happen.
In his closing words, Congressman Deutch expressed his gratitude to Rotary Club Boca Raton West for this opportunity.
I really do appreciate the opportunity, and I hope I get to come back. If there are things that we can be helpful with, please don't hesitate to call us. Felicia is leaving some cards. So if there are opportunities for me to come out to visit with you and your businesses, if there are opportunities to come to events at a church or elsewhere, please think of me. I guess that's all I'd ask. And I hope that you'll take advantage. And I hope that we develop a really wonderful relationship so that we can all go to the World Cup together in a couple of years. All right, thank you very much.
He also received from President Francisco Pessoa a Rotary pin and the title of Friend of Rotary.
Welcome you to our club anytime, and please come back as many times as you want to.
Thank you. Thank you. And Twitch will say thank you, obrigado.
We at Rotary are apolitical. We don't favor any party, Democratic, Republican, or Independent. Everybody's welcome to come here. And Ted Deutch was very willing to take his time. We know that he was not feeling so good today, and he insisted he cancel other appointments, but he was here today. And that's what Rotary does. We're trying to put the community together in benefit of all the community.
I feel it's important for politicians to speak to all groups, Rotarians as well as any of the other major groups, to let them know what's going on, but also to hear what the community wants to tell them, so they know what to take back to their constituents. So for Congressman Deutch to come here and listen to us and also to tell us what's going on, I feel is very important.
Picanha Brasil, no almoço ou no jantar, completo buffet por peso, acompanhado de um delicioso churrasco. Aos sábados, suculento buffet de feijoada. Picanha Brasil, um local agradável para reunir-se com amigos e saborear um bom vinho. Aceitamos encomendas para festas. Picanha Brasil, no almoço ou no jantar, a melhor picanha. Na 441, entre a Palmeiro e a Hillsboro, em Boca Raton.
Rotary Club Boca Raton West, unindo rotarianos de língua portuguesa no sul da Flórida.